Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video, we are at Slurry, the last Slurry of 2023. You just seen, we've had the mixer in, we've got the last tank all mixed up. All we have to do is spread it now. Let's get at it. Alright, so we're down to the final few days now of the slurry spreading of 2023. Slurry ban comes in from Saturday evening, or Saturday night at 12 o'clock. I absolutely hate Friday afternoons because everybody and their bloody mother is out on the road. Yeah, it's just crazy, but the roads are just crazy busy. This is 3 times that I've went to try and record this video, and every time I go to record it we meet another cow. So, and here we go again. This guy has pulled in fairly well. Some of them, they just stand in the middle of the road. This man's giving me a wave. Some of them, they just stand in the middle of the road, don't pull in and expect you to disappear up onto the ditch somehow and get round them. The logic is crazy. It's actually nice here. It's lovely here with a bit of sunshine driving through here with all the trees. Their logic is crazy. You know, when you meet somebody on the road, they would rather have a tractor or slurry tank or whatever you got on tear the side out of their cow than to pull in and have a briar or whatever just like rub off the wing mirror. Just I can't get my head around it. Here we go again. We're not finished yet. I'm going to take you along for this and see what happens. Cleo could pull in another bit. There's the panic is starting to set in. He's going to start reversing. The van is pulled in fairly well. The van couldn't really go up any further. We're just in a very narrow part of this road. We want to hit them anyway. Look at what happened here. Muck all pulled out onto the road. This is how it is all the time. It's just an absolute nightmare dealing with traffic on the road. But anyway, back to the slurry van, down to the final few days of it. We've had some glorious weather over the last week, just over a week since we've had any rain. Last weekend was 20 odd degrees, glorious sunshine, dry weather, great drying. The next 2 weeks is forecast to be very good as well, little or no rain, and we got a slurry ban coming in. The best weather we've had in about 3.5 months, and they're going to take the slurry ban in and stop you from being able to put a wee bit of slurry out. When it's to leave it open and allow farmers that if they have a bit of cattle in and they have a bit of slurry there, that they could try and get it out and make use of the good weather, and maybe leave them with a little bit more space when it comes to January when the ban opens, and farmers have no choice at that stage then but only to go out and to spread the slurry. It just makes no sense to me. But anyway, we're heading over to the field where we cut the bales off towards the end of last week, and we're going to spread some slurry there. So when we get there, I'll take you along and show you what we're doing. Right, so we're in this field now, but one more load after this should near enough finish us out. This is the field, as I mentioned, that we took the bales off last week. It's all greening up nicely already, so a bit of slurry out on it should mean that in a month's time there should be a nice cover of grass on this once again. When we were taking the bales out of it last week, I mentioned in the video when we were doing the bales, the bottom end of it here is a little bit on the damp side. It spilled rain when Dad was stacking the bales, and it marked it slightly. Now it's not too bad, but there was some tracks in it the other day after he had finished. But it continued to rain after that for a few hours on and off, and it seemed to wash a lot of the marks away, which isn't too bad. But yeah, no, it'll do well this now once it gets to Slurry. Oh, you get a couple of grazings off it then again when it greens up with some sheep. So yeah, that is the plan. So we're just about empty. Head back to the yard and fill up for the next run. Alright, so we're slurring away next day, and yeah, we're going well, making good progress. We're down to, there's less than half a tank left, and we've moved into some different fields, and yeah, progressing away quite nicely. We've actually had a few drops, just pulling into the fields now, with a few drops of rain there on the window. Nothing that will really make that much difference. Overall, you can kind of see there's just little bands of rain coming across. Very light, but still rather not see them, but not going to make that much odds. We are spreading now down on the ground where our cows are grazing. So we've pre-feed out here where we're giving the calves feed, and then we also have a bale set up for just giving the cows a bit of dry feed. So that's been going on with both batches of cows. We've been just keeping them on a bit of dry feed to kind of keep them right. Not that grass technically hasn't really been that big of an issue this year because the temperatures haven't been that cold. We had one night last week where they dropped down and it was kind of freezing, but we've been quite lucky up until now. And in any case, if we get another, we're in the middle of next week, we intend to put a lot of the cows and calves in, except for some of the few that just the later born ones. We'll maybe leave them outside. But yeah, first field here, have it done except for just a bit here where we're driving, and we're going to have 2 more fields here that I can do if I have enough slurry. If I haven't, it doesn't really matter. It's quite sticky here, just coming in and out where the cows have been travelling on it. So yeah, we're going to be taking a little bit of muck with us, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. So yeah, we'll keep going, keep walking away. I'm going to get a wee bit of drone footage, get it up now as well, and yeah, keep moving along.
just realized I've built walls a mile high to protect my heart, but now I'm all alone, stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been too scared that I'd unravel. Brick by brick, I built these walls. Now I know that I am strong. Just watch me tear them down. I'm gonna tear them down. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? Just watch me march towards the battle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. Watch me march. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? I criticized myself for trusting lies. I know I can't hide, 'cause then I'd be alone, stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been too scared that I'd unravel. Brick by brick, I built these walls. Now I know that I'm enough. Just watch me tear them down. I'm gonna tear them down. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? Just watch me march towards the battle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. Watch me march. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love?
Alright, so we are actually finished. I thought we might have another couple of loads to do, but we're done. There's about a foot or less of slurry in the tank, so this is why I thought I might have got another load out, or possibly 2 loads out, but it just got very thick there. The end of the last load was slow to fill, so I kind of thought it might be starting to get thick. When I was mixing this tank yesterday, there's only one mixing point here on the outside on this tank. There's none on the inside, so when you're mixing it, the furthest point away, it can be a wee bit hard to get to move sometimes, and it wasn't moving yesterday. The last 5 foot of the tank wasn't moving. This tank is roughly about, well, there's 3 bays inside at 15 foot a bay, and then there's another close to a bay here on the outside as well, so it's not far off 60 foot, and yeah, it's just hard to get it to move. You can lift a slat off in there, but it's a lot of messing and not really worth the hassle. So yeah, we're finished. Slurry 2023 is done. Next job that we're going to be doing is possibly mowing some grass tomorrow. We still have a bit of some bales to make, and then on Monday we'll be doing some drilling, ploughing and drilling. So we've a busy few days ahead still. We had a wee bit of rain just literally as I pulled into the yard and started to try and fill this last load. There was a heavy enough little shower come down, so good time, and maybe that we're finished. So that's it for today's video. Slurry 2023 is done and dusted, even though I've just heard a rumour that there's a possibility the slurry ban has been extended for another week. How can you plan or work around this? but we'll know over the next hours or next day or so whether that's true or not. But anyway, not going to matter to me. Slurry's done and dusted. It's out. It's finished with, thankfully. Hope you enjoyed this video. Next week, as I say, we're back drilling. We've more bales to make. Silage pit will be open. We've just drew home the last bales that we're going to be using. We've another 7 bales to use up. We're going to use from last year, so we're going to use them up. And when they're used, silage pit's going to be open. So one of the videos during the week will be silage pit opened. There's going to be a cattle feeding video coming as well over the next week or so too. So lots of stuff coming. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.